Media plays a very significant role in keeping everyone updated about the various events around the world. Today, we can check out the latest news and current affairs with just few clicks of mouse or by simply switching on the radio and television. With the help of various media like electronic media, print media, and web media, the mass communication method is accomplished in a suitable way. In this lesson, you will see how media technologically advanced throughout these years. This is the evolution of traditional and new media. So the evolution of media includes pre-industrial age, industrial age, electronic age, and last, which we are now today, is new information age.
Pre-industrial age. People discovered fire, developed paper from plants, and forged weapons and tools with stone, bronze, copper, and iron. Under the pre-industrial age, these are the examples forms of media before. Cave paintings. The way of communication between the people was through cave paintings by using paintbrushes to draw images. They were one of the first attempts to convey a message, idea, or story without the use of words, actions, or sounds, instead choosing to depict like clay tablets in Mesopotamia. In the ancient Near East, clay tablets were used as a writing medium, especially for writing in cuneiform. Throughout the Bronze Age and well into the Iron Age, also the clay tablet was thus being used by scribes to record events happening during their time. Acta Diurna in Rome. The original content of the Acta Diurna was to include results of legal proceedings and outcomes of trials. Later, it expanded it by including information such as public notices, announcements, and other noteworthy information.
Dibao in China, 2nd century, the responsibilities included collecting the messages announced by the administrative agents or even the empire, then writing them on the bamboo placard or the damas and delivered them to their shire leaders via the early post station for reading. The Maya developed their hand around the 5th century AD, in the same era that the Romans did, but their paper was more durable and better writing surface than the papyrus. The codices have been named for the cities in which they eventually settled. The Dresden Codex is
Papyrus in Egypt. The ancient Egyptians used the stem of the papyrus plant to make sails, cloth, mats, cords, and above all paper. Paper made from papyrus was the cheap writing material in ancient Egypt, was adopted by the Greeks, and was used extensively in the Roman Empire. It was used not only
printing press using wood blocks. 220 AD. Woodblock printing is a technique for printing text, images, or pattern used widely throughout East Asia and originating in China in antiquity as a method of printing on textile and later paper.
Industrial Age, 1700s to 1930s. People used the power of steam, develop machine tools, establish iron production, and the manufacturing of various products, including books through the printing press. Under the Industrial Age, these are the example forms of media before. Newspaper, the London Gazette, 1740. The London Gazette claims to be the oldest surviving English newspaper and the oldest continuously published newspaper in the UK, having been first published on November 7, 1665 as the Oxford Gazette. Typewriter, 1800s. A typewriter is a mechanical or electromechanical machine for writing characters similar to those produced by printers' movable type. A typewriter operates by means of keys that strike a ribbon to transmit ink or carbon impressions onto paper. Typically, a single character is printed on each key press. Printing press for mass production. 1900s. The printing press was invented in the Holy Roman Empire by the German Johannes Gutenberg around 1440. His newly devised hand could made possible the precise and rapid creation of metal, movable type in large quantities. Scottish immigrant Alexander Graham Bell was the first to be granted a United States patent for a device that produced clearly intelligible replication of the human voice. This instrument was further developed by many others. The telephone was the first device in history that enabled people to talk directly with each other across large distances.
Major developments in motion picture technology have included the adoption of synchronized motion picture sound, color motion picture film, and the adoption of digital film technologies to replace physical. The telegraph revolutionized long-distance communication.
It worked by transmitting electrical signals over a wire laid between stations. Before the telegraph, the only way people could communicate with others in distant places was to send the letters or to travel to meet them. The telegraph allowed. Punch cards were widely used through much of the 20th century in what became known as the data processing industry. Many early digital computers used punch cards, often prepared using key punch machines, as the primary measure for input of both computer programs and data.
Electronic Age 1930s to 1980s. The invention of the transistor ushered in the electronic age. People harnessed the power of transistors that led to the transistor radio, electronic circuits, and the early computers. In this age, long-distance communication became more efficient. Under the electronic age, these are the example forms of media. Transistor radio, following their development in 1954, made possible by the invention of the transistor in 1947, they became the most popular electronic communication device in history, with billions manufactured during the 1960s and 1970s. Television 1941. In 1941, the United States implemented 525-line television. Electrical engineer Benjamin Adler played a prominent role in the development of television. On July 1, 1941, commercial television broadcasting officially began. In New York City, 3 stations representing CB. Large electronic computers. Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer, or ENIAC, was the most powerful calculating device built to date. It was the first programmable general-purpose electronic digital computer built during World War II by the United States. Computer is a larger and has more processing power than some other classes of computers, such as mini-computers, servers, workstations, and personal computers. Most large-scale computer system architectures were established in the 1960s, but they continue to evolve. Mainframe computers are often used as servers. In the overhead projector, the source of the image is a page-sized sheet of transparent plastic film with the image to be projected either printed, handwritten, or drawn. These are placed on the glass platen of the projector, which has a light source below it and a projecting mirror and lens assembly above it.
New Information Age, 90s to 2000s. The internet paved that way to faster communication and the creation of the social network. People advanced the use of microelectronics with the invention of personal computers. Voice, image, sounds, and data are digitalized. We are now living in the information age. Under the new information age, these are example forms of media. Web browser. A web browser, or simply browser, is an application used to access and view websites. Common web browser include Mosaic, Internet Explorer, Apple Safari, Mozilla Firefox, and Google Chrome. A blog is an online journal or informational website displaying information in reverse chronological order, with the latest post appearing first. At the top, it's a platform where a writer or a group of writers share their views on an individual subject. Example, these are Blogspot, WordPress, Vivly, and etc. Social networking is the use of internet-based social media sites to stay connected with the friends, family, colleagues, customer, or clients. Social networking can have a social purpose, a business purpose, or both. Through sites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Microblogging is an online broadcast medium that exists as a specific form of blogging. Microblogs allow users to exchange small elements of content such as short sentence, individual image, or video links, which may be the major reason for their popularity. These small messages are sometimes called virtual reality. Virtual reality, or sometimes called VR, refers to a computer-generated simulation in which a person can interact within an artificial three-dimensional environment using electronic device, such as special Google with a screen or gloves fitted with sensor. VideoChat is an online face-to-face visual communication performed with other internet users by using a webcam and dedicated software.
Search engine. A search engine is a web-based tool that enables users to locate information on the World Wide Web. Popular examples of search engines are Google, Yahoo, and MSN. Personal computer that is designed to be easily transported and relocated, but is larger and less convenient to transport than a notebook computer. The earliest PCs designed for easy transport were called portables. The size and weight of portable they became known as laptop computers. A smartphone is a handheld electronic device that provides a connection to a cellular network. Smartphones allow people to make phone calls, send text messages, and access the internet. Wearable technology, also known as wearables, is a category of electronic devices that can be worn as accessories, embedded in clothing, implanted in the user's body, or even tattooed on the skin. The devices are hands-free gadgets with practical uses. Powered by microprocessors, cloud and big data. Essentially, big data refers to the large sets of data collected, while cloud computing refers to the mechanism that remotely takes this data and performs any operations specified on that data.